Office manager sabotaging herself trying to set UO out of office notifications for the company, by Userans Bierjunda. Just a short bit from my daily life. I am a small self-employed IT consultant and sometimes, I can't avoid doing the first-level support stuff I dread. This is about Ellie. She is the office manager of a real estate company I work with. Ellie has a doctorate in political science. She struggles with technology sometimes. She struggles even more following the simplest instructions as her German angst often gets in the way. Her mail. Ellie, hello Ens, I want to activate the out-of-office agent, she meant assistant, she likes to make up her own words sometimes, for everyone, those real estate people there can't be bothered to set up their own OOO, as we close the office for the holidays. Per my recordings, I need to enter my name and this password. Of course she sent her password in an unencrypted mail into this link, https://office.company.com/webmail, but it tells me wrong username or password. Please help me. Ens, hello Ellie, your recordings seem to be incorrect. You don't have your own mailbox, you're using the info@company.com, mail to info@company.com, mailbox with Ellie at set as an alias. To log into your account, you need to enter the username info. Cheers. Ellie, thanks, but when I enter https://www.office.company.com/webmail I get an error message. Ends, please try without the www. Ellie, I have changed that. But I still can't log in. I have tried with username Ellie and password info@company.com, mail to info@company.com. This doesn't work. Where is the error? She actually ditched her password and used the mail address as a password out of the blue. She must have voices in her head telling her those things. She ended up succeeding, and because of course she has a paper list with all the passwords of the other users, I advised everyone to change their passwords and set up their own OOO, but they just don't care. She then proceeded to change everyone's OOO. Oh, that computer, by user flip-flops winter. First job in IT as a tech support in the most important ministry of my province's gouvernement. Get a call one Friday to change the top lady's PC for a laptop. I come into her office, do so and explain to her how her laptop and docking station works. She calls me back on Monday, my computer is not working anymore, I need to do work quickly, mind you it's already 11:30 am. I come back into her office and ask her to show me what's wrong and how she's been doing it. She then tries to power on the docking station and says, see there no power, it's not lighting up, so I ask, where is the laptop I gave to you Friday though? Oh, that's in my bag. As she finishes the sentence she realizes. 2 problems, few months, and 3 days, for a 1-minute fix, by user made. I was listening to some stories when I remembered this tale that happened to me. I don't work in tech support and I'm not the most tech-savvy person, but I know just enough to ensure the basics worked. My family on the other hand aren't technically savvy at all and ends up calling me for tech issues. This story is about my mum. My mum runs a workshop and has a small office in her workshop for her administrative work. She owns and runs a small business. Her setup is a small and messy network cabinet, a HP printer, and a laptop that she being home with her. I was in the middle of my class around midday when I get a call from my mum, who says her printer was working 1 minute and stopped the next. I asked her to take a screenshot of her print menu. What I received was a hastily taken cell phone picture of the print menu, where the printer display Microsoft Print to PDF option. I then asked for her to send me a screenshot of the drop-down menu, to only receive another hasty pic showing that her printer isn't in the options. I asked if the printer was on and is connected properly, she said yes and yes. Again I asked her if she checked the lights and both ends of the cables and she told me to stop messing around and it's all in proper order. I told her I can't help her RN as I'm in class, other than to run a troubleshoot, but since she doesn't know how to she ended up not doing it. When I was done with classes for the day I called her back to ask if she can deal with it now, but she's already back home. Next day in the middle of the class yet again she called asking for help. It was an absolute nightmare communicating with her about running troubleshooting and opening Device Manager through text, and barely able to do anything with the grainy cell phone pics of her screen that she sent me. I directed her to also try downloading the HP printer driver. Third day however I didn't have any classes when she called again to ask for help. This time I was able to pick up and help her. She told me about the HP website not detecting any printers as well as detecting a similar driver software. I told her to turn on her video cam and show me her screen. I talked her through the whole process through her horrible and shaky camera footage. Now go to Device Manager by right-clicking the Start button. Mum, okay asterisk opens the start menu and opens settings asterisk. Me, no you right click the start button, not left. Mum, I can't right click on anything, the program, referring to a free Microsoft Office replacement called WPS, has restricted my access to right click on things unless I buy their program asterisk shows me her right clicking her mouse asterisk. Me, suspecting her mouse is broken, have you tried right clicking on your laptop mouse pad? Mum, no. Me, try it. Mum, OMG it works. I haven't had it working for a few months now. Me, really? Me, now try opening Device Manager. Mum, opens the right-click menu and guided to select Device Manager. Me, now locate your printer amongst the list, right-click and run Update Driver. Mum, struggles for 2 minutes just to find and open the menu, okay it's running. It says it's already on the best driver. Me, okay that's weird, open Properties on the same menu last time and show me. After another minute of fiddling with her, I noticed that it doesn't detect the printer at all. Me, are you sure your printer is on and connected? Mum, yes it is, and if you don't believe me I'll show you. She walks around her desk to her printer, see the lights are on. Mum, then walks around to the back, and here's the power cable and the connector cable. Me, immediately noticing the connection cable was obviously loose and about to fall out, can you push the connector cable in? As soon as she does I hear the familiar chimes of Windows connecting to a device. Me, I told you to check both ends of the cables right? Mum, proceeds to start printing out receipts, OMG it's working now. Lesson of the story, never take the words of your technologically illiterate family at face value. Usually their tech issues are just a faulty mouse, a loose cable, or someone who can't follow instructions properly. If you don't help me help you, I just won't, by user super_bad_64. Cast of characters. Dollar Laboratory is a company purchased by and integrated into Dollar Company some months before I was hired myself. I'm not completely sure what exactly they do because it's both way above my pay grade and my knowledge of a particular field of science. All I know for sure is that they previously operated without anything resembling an IT desk and relied on subcontractors for both app development and support. This, predictably, had disastrous results. 5 of them actually, 5 applications all more cursed than the others in their own twisted way that looks like 5 different interns were tasked to create something vaguely passing for infrastructure with the express caveat that they were forbidden to speak to each other. I could honestly write a, relatively, short story for each of the apps another day, but the gist of it is that their infrastructure is so terrible that when the actual onboarding was underway, it was quickly decided to chuck all of their stuff on a VPC as separate as possible from the main Dollar Company servers. Dollar Lab having previously never had to deal with pesky things like business expenses approval, or a ticketing system, made valiant but ultimately futile efforts to resist having to adapt. They just don't want to write tickets, period. All 6 of their employees have access to the ticket system, they just don't want to use it, or apparently have any written record of their support requests, and every time I force them to, they request a password reset. Fun fact, they can reset their password themselves and they know it. It's gotten to the point I saved a crudely edited screenshot of the login page with a paint-drawn arrow pointing to the reset password hyperlink and only reply with that when a password reset request lands on my desk. However, they did manage to suck up enough to upper management to get a way to bypass the purchase approval system, aka running things by Dollar Boss. You can probably already guess where this is going. Now this is where I need to mention something personal relevant to the story. I suffer from chronic insomnia. This is known among basically everyone in Dollar Company, and in fact I forewarn new hires of this condition as a way to hammer in the notion of using tickets, both because it's the right thing, TM, to do, and because my laggy brain can, and will, use the tickets as a way to focus and run ahead on some tasks. Another reason why I don't take mail-in requests is because I generally get between 40 and 75 emails per day between actual company communications, monitoring alerts, yada yada. Finding a single mail to follow up on in this mess isn't the easiest thing, and quite honestly I tend to abuse the superpower known as mark all as read due to the sheer volume. I also tell people to only call me as the absolute last resort, e.g. they're unable to use the ticket system because of a broken/stolen laptop. I insist that this is a very well-known, and even outright documented situation across the entire company, with only a few isolated cases not immediately adapting but ultimately coming around. Until Dollar Laboratory. Dollar Laboratory, taking advantage of being able to buy IT things without calling IT first, decided they would kit themselves with a shiny new software for lab purposes. I honestly don't know what the hell this thing does and why do they need it in the first place. I don't doubt the reasons for buying it are entirely valid, I only take issue to the actual process involved in buying it. The point is, they bought it without telling anyone, and only revealed its then upcoming existence when a completely random dollar dude showed up at our doorstep with a thumb drive asking on which computer he should install dollar software. Neither dollar boss nor I having heard of anything about it, we started touring the office, inquiring as to whom's the actual FSCK is this Hereth guy. Enter Dollar Doc. Dollar Doc, oh yeah, he's here to install dollar software. Dollar me, first I've heard of that. Who dis and what even is dollar software? Dollar dude, proceeds to list what dollar software does. Dollar me, okay, but why is now the first time I'm hearing about this? Dollar Doc, I sent you a mail about it like 4 months ago. Dollar me, let me rephrase that, what is the ticket number related to this installation? Dollar Doc, I didn't create a ticket. Dollar boss, under his breath, here we go. Dollar me, so you ignored procedure again. Got it. Mr. Dollar Dude, I'm sorry you came here for nothing, Dollar Doc will get in touch again once. Dollar Doc, but he's already here, why do I have to make a ticket for a software installation in the first place? Dollar me, okay, well, show us where the computers are, Dollar Doc. Dollar Doc, several seconds of stammering, followed by this is your job. Dollar me, we've been over this before. My job does not involve developing or using precognition. Dollar Doc, I sent you an email. Dollar me, and everybody here knows I work on tickets, not emails. To Dollar Dude, sorry again for the trouble. Have a nice day. Dollar Doc huffed and puffed, and even attempted to get Dollar Boss to side with her, to no avail. Out of curiosity, I attempted to dig up the mail in question to try and prepare for the eventual salt-flavored ticket about to hit my desk. Dollar software is only certified working on Windows versions up to 10. That alone, in 2023, could be enough for me to deny purchasing it until they can certify it for Windows 11. You know, if I was asked at all. As a bottom line, turns out Dollar software works on Windows 11, the company editing it just never bothered to try. The Problems with Liquids, by user Delareth. I've been working in IT for a while now. I have a few stories involving liquids. The first story was about 25 years ago and the last 3 were about 20 to 23 years ago.